Hi, thanks very much for being here and for being on time. Let's begin. In 1997, something called Redox Signaling Molecules were discovered for the very first time. In 1998, the three scientists who made this discovery received the Nobel Prize for Medicine and Physiology. Since the time of this discovery, many laboratories around the world have been trying to biosynthesize these molecules and put them into supplement form, knowing how essential they are to all cellular communication, healing, and rejuvenation processes. In 2009, a team of scientists led by Dr. Gary Samuelson figured out how to do this, and the company and product called ASEA was born. ASEA is the world's first and so far the only redox-based cell signaling supplement. In the marketplace since 2009, this breakthrough technology is still 10 to 15 years ahead of its time. Many experts are calling it the single greatest scientific health, athletic, and anti-aging breakthrough of our time. The rest of today's presentation seeks to introduce you to and educate you about the most basic components of this amazing breakthrough discovery. So welcome to today's presentation of what is the ASEA breakthrough. My name is Russell Mariani. I live in South Hadley, Massachusetts. My wife and business partner is Megan Moore. Together we run the Center for Functional Nutrition, which is mostly a virtual center, meaning that we work primarily with people at a distance, over the phone, through Skype and Zoom, email, etc. I'm a health educator and digestive wellness expert. I'm the author of the book, Healing Digestive Illness, which was originally published in 2006 with a revised and updated second edition in 2015. I've been in private practice since 1980, and our website is healingdigestiveillness.com. I've been aware of the importance of the ASEA breakthrough and its impact on human health and healing since 2011. Delighted you've decided to make the time to be here today so that you can gain a better understanding of this important information. During the presentation, please ask yourself the following two questions. Am I learning anything new about the relationship between the function of my cells and the health of my body? And if I could experience a real breakthrough in my health, what would that look like and feel like? So, what is the ASEA breakthrough? The purpose of this presentation is to explain what this breakthrough is, why it's so important, and how you can personally benefit from this breakthrough if you would like to. So to answer the question, what is the ASEA breakthrough, I first want to ask and answer a few other questions in a particular sequence. And the next question is this: what is the root of all health and healing at the cellular level? This leads to two more questions. What causes us to get sick and stay sick? And what causes us to get better and then stay better? And the answers to these two questions are these. What causes us to be healthy and stay healthy is having healthy cells. And what causes us to get sick and stay sick is having unhealthy cells. And all unhealthy cells are damaged cells. Now, we all know the influences that cause our cells to become unhealthy and damaged. Poor diet, lack of exercise, negative stress, accidents, injuries, illnesses, environmental toxins in our food, water, and air. All these factors and many others contribute to an ongoing situation that causes our bodies to develop unhealthy cells. Almost everyone agrees with this simple and very disturbing truth. So let's dive down a little deeper into the mysterious inner workings of our cells and see if we can succeed in making things less mysterious and more understandable so that we can take the actions necessary to regain, maintain, and optimize our health and well-being, the health and well-being of our cells, if we would like to. So what I'd like to do now is to share a short 3-minute video called An Introduction to Cells by Frank Osorio. So yes, let's explore our cells. This video has provided some great imagery and great context for the rest of our presentation. Here's one notable quote from the video. Their amazing biochemistry has nurtured life on Earth for billions of years. They've protected us from harm, and all they ask is for us to take care of ourselves, end quote. The implication, of course, is this. We take care of ourselves best by learning how to take better care of ourselves. So let's continue our exploration. Now, each cell in our body has a life cycle. Typically, this life cycle is 90 to 120 days, then the cell dies. But before it dies, it gives birth to two new cells. This is called cellular division. And to be clear, some cells in our body have very short life cycles. Certain epithelial cells, which are lining cells found in our mouth, sinuses, lungs, skin, intestines, and other locations, replace themselves every 1 to 3 days. But bone cells take much longer. Bone cells replace themselves every 3 to 6 months. Now, as long as the cell is healthy, it will give birth to two new healthy cells. But if the cell is damaged, it will give birth to two damaged cells, which will then go on and produce more damaged cells. This is really important to understand because this is the basic mechanism going on inside of our body every day, 24 hours a day throughout our lifetime. This basic mechanism determines the quality and quantity of our lifetime. Now, the human body is composed of at least 100 trillion cells. Every single one of them is born, lives a relatively short life, reproduces itself, then dies. The cells in our body are either living through their life cycle in normal, healthy ways and giving birth to normal, healthy cells, or they're not. One situation causes us to remain healthy and to live a long and healthy life. The other situation is the single biggest root cause of all sickness and dis-ease at the cellular level, and it happens like this. When cells are damaged, and they don't know that they're damaged, they can't repair themselves. If they can't repair themselves, they will reproduce damaged cells, which in turn produce more damaged cells. This is not normal. This is one mechanism in which the body starts going down the wrong path, the path of physical degeneration, dysfunction, and dis-ease. This is the mechanism of how we all get sick and why we don't get better. This is the basic mechanism of an uncomfortable aging process. This is the basic mechanism resulting in poor athletic performance. This is the basic mechanism for chronic unresolved aches and pains in the body. This is the basic mechanism why so many people get sick and tired and can't get better. So the question is, how? How does this happen? This happens because the cell never got the signal that it was injured or damaged and in need of repair. This is not just happening in a single cell. It's happening to millions and billions of cells throughout the whole body. So now the question is why? Why didn't the cell get the signal that it was damaged? The cell never got the signal it was damaged because the cells were deficient in something really important called signaling molecules. Now, here's a very simple analogy. A group of friends are out hiking in the woods. One of them slips and falls and breaks their leg. There's not enough time to carry the friend out. They need a helicopter rescue. They need to call 911. So they all take out their cell phones to make the emergency call, but no one has the signal strength on their phone to send the message that they need help. Now they're all in trouble because they want to help their friend, but they can't. They all want to take immediate action to repair the damage to their friend, but they can't. They're all blocked and prevented from helping. Now, this is exactly what happens to individual cells in our body, and it happens to groups of cells in our body. The signaling molecules responsible for informing the cell that there is a problem are not getting through, and the signaling molecules responsible for activating the precise instructions about how to fix and repair the problem are also not getting through. And this situation presents a real challenge to our health and well-being. This situation is the single biggest and most important root cause of all human sickness, illness, dysfunction, degeneration, and dis-ease at the cellular level. Now, these vital signaling molecules are called redox signaling molecules. And this is the ASEA breakthrough, that for the first time in history, we can restore to normal levels the redox signaling molecules in our cells. ASEA is a source and supply of bioactive, stabilized, and balanced redox signaling molecules. Now, since we know that the human body is a marvelously designed living organism, fully capable of protecting and repairing and healing itself, the question is this: why would the body allow damaged cells to duplicate and perpetuate damage, causing such extensive cellular dysfunction, degeneration, and dis-ease? The answer is simple. The damaged or injured cells are not getting the message that they're damaged or injured. The cells are ignorant of their own predicament. The cells have become ignorant over time because they've been missing out on critical information and advice. Redox signaling molecules provide this critical information and advice. So when you give redox signaling molecules to a body that contains damaged cells, the damaged cells finally get the message that they're damaged. When they get this message, the very same signaling molecules provide clear instructions about how to fix the damage and get things back to normal cellular functioning. This is how the human body heals itself and then keeps itself healthy at the cellular level. And this is what we mean when we say that we live and die at the cellular level. So if you want to make sure that every cell in your body is functioning normally, you want to make sure that every cell is getting an adequate supply of bioactive redox signaling molecules every day for the rest of your life. And now, for the first time, we can do this. We can drink the molecules with the ASEA Redox supplement, and we can apply the molecules topically with the Renew 28 gel and the Renew Advanced Serum. We can restore the health and well-being of our cells from the inside out. We can restore the health and well-being of our cells from the outside in. For the first time in history, we can bio-replenish our cells with bioactive redox signaling molecules. Again, this is the ASEA breakthrough. And this is why many scientists, medical doctors, medical researchers, health writers, health advocates, and health practitioners in many fields from all around the world agree with the following statement: ASEA is the greatest scientific health, athletic, and anti-aging breakthrough of our time. Now, recently, a new state-of-the-art, double-blind, placebo-controlled scientific study was conducted by Torit Laboratories, a genetic testing lab in Salt Lake City, Utah. This same lab is responsible for doing the genetic testing on the very popular website, Ancestry.com. A few details from this study. There were 60 participants overall, 41% men, 59% women. The average age was 35, and all participants were healthy. 25 participants drank 4 ounces of ASEA twice daily for 8 weeks. 25 other participants drank a saline solution. This was the placebo group. 10 participants drank nothing. This was the control group. None of the researchers knew who was doing what, which makes it a double-blind study. Now, after 8 weeks, blood was drawn to examine and measure changes in gene expression levels. With the 25 people in the study who were consuming the placebo and the 10 people in the control group, no changes or improvements in gene expression levels were observed. However, with the 25 people who consumed the ASEA Redox supplement, 100% of these people saw significant physiological improvements. In each person who drank ASEA, researchers observed a 20 to 31% beneficial change or improvement in gene expression levels. In other words, the signaling molecules in ASEA activated genetic pathways responsible for improving immune system health and overall immune functioning, reducing inflammation and regulating the inflammatory response, improving cardiovascular health and arterial elasticity, improving gut health and digestive enzyme production, and balancing hormone levels that support vitality and wellness. The study's conclusions include the following things. ASEA Redox cell signaling supplement contains active redox signaling molecules, which are cellular messengers that affect genetic expression in many important ways, helping to protect cells from becoming damaged, repairing or replacing cells if they do become damaged, and helping healthy cells to continue to function at optimal levels. ASEA Redox consumers enjoy cell signaling benefits, which translate to many systemic and physiological health improvements at our most foundational level, the cellular level, including all the complex biomachinery inside of our cells, including our genes and our DNA. Now, for the better part of the last 10 years, people everywhere have had three major questions about ASEA. What is it? What does it do? And why do we need it? And now we have our answers, and our answers are backed by science, and the answers represent a health breakthrough of major significance. ASEA is a cell signaling supplement. ASEA turns on the genes that promote health and healing inside of our cells, and it turns off the genes that lead to dysfunction, degeneration, and dis-ease. And we need to consume it daily because our cells are constantly breaking down due to poor diet, lack of exercise, negative stress, environmental toxins in our food, water, and air, and many other factors. Now, perhaps the most important detail of the study is this. All the great improvements experienced by the participants in the study who drank ASEA reverted back to their pre-study health levels within 8 weeks of stopping their consumption of ASEA. In other words, sustainable health benefits and results happen only with the continued consumption of the ASEA Redox supplement. So, what is the ASEA breakthrough? ASEA is a cellular breakthrough to help us solve the problems caused by constant cellular breakdowns. This is why we say that everyone deserves to learn about this breakthrough, because everyone can benefit from this breakthrough. And recent scientific studies prove the validity of this statement. Okay, there are just a few more slides. Now, it's important to know that ASEA does not make any medical claims for treating, curing, diagnosing, or healing any disease or medical condition. What ASEA does is to replenish our supplies of redox signaling molecules. And these foundational molecules empower our body to heal itself by clarifying and amplifying the communication signals inside, between, and among all cells. And Renew 28 and Renew Advance do the same things by applying them to our skin. Cellular regeneration from the outside in, and cellular regeneration from the inside out. It is understood that the bioactive redox signaling molecules present in the ASEA Redox supplement, Renew 28 and Renew Advance serum, perform the very same activities within and between our cells as those that occur naturally. For the first time in history, we can bio-replenish our cells with bioactive redox signaling molecules. This is the ASEA breakthrough, and everyone deserves to learn about this breakthrough. So thank you very much for your time and for your serious consideration of this important information. I want to share with you my belief, based upon much experience in working with other people to help them regain their health and well-being over the past 40 years, that when we find and do the things that nourish our cells best, all will be well today and in all the days ahead. So this concludes our presentation on the subject of the root of all health and healing at the cellular level, including answers to the questions: what is the ASEA breakthrough? Why is it so important? And how can you personally benefit from this breakthrough if you would like to?